Well, hello there, my friends, and welcome back to the beaches of Gallipoli. A lot of you guys have been enjoying this series, and I really appreciate it. We want to make it the best series possible. So, guys, the first thing we're doing is we're starting to send these armored personnel carriers, or actually these amphibious vehicles, towards this northern area of the map. I think that's going to be the most important area to get to. We're also moving forward with the rest of this military unit here, and unfortunately, since we dropped off in the wrong location, which are the marshes here, we had a lot of walking to do. Now, we still haven't taken this city, but I think we're about to, so I'm going to go ahead and get my Frenchmen. I think they've all attacked, actually. Yes, they have this turn. They've all attacked. Fair enough. So at this point, it's really about the next turn. Let's see if the French can move yet. I'm definitely going to drop them off over here. For this particular location, I will drop them off here just because their general is so close. Let's get these boys on amphibious craft. Yes, sir. Get the Australian Light Horse Brigade on amphibious craft as well. And let's grab another one, amphibious craft as well. Beautiful. These guys are going to be able to move next turn, and I can't wait to see how that goes. So, we're going to end the turn and turn it over to the Turks, my friend. Alright, looks like they reinforced that city. Not a bad idea at all. And now, of course, it's our job to break through the city. I'm going to move this guy over here. I'm going to charge. Nice. Did some pretty good damage. Unfortunately, we don't have the air support that we'd like, but we do still have this artillery support from the 7th Heavy Artillery. So we managed to do a little bit of damage. I'm going to move up this full-strength guy as well. Get him down to 6. That's not so good. Let's grab our French troops and attack from behind. And unfortunately, no luck, but I see the enemy artillery. I'm going to go ahead and attack it with the 86th Brigade. And I think we can move in the French to try and avenge their comrades. Nice. Got him down quite a lot. Let's go. And we've taken the city, guys. There we go. Now under British control. And once again, really cool thing about this game, if we had taken it with French units, it would have been under French control, and you would have seen a little French flag pop up. So now we need to reinforce these guys. They've been through a lot of fighting. They've managed to take this westernmost part of the beach. That's definitely a bonus, but they've got a lot of fighting left to do. So actually with these French units, I'm starting to think maybe we should just send them over here. Yeah, that's probably the order of the day. And we definitely need some support in taking Bogab. So first thing we're going to do, we're going to reinforce all of these units up here. They did such a good job last turn, which, by the way, if you guys have not seen last turn, please go check it out. It looks like some of our supply is running out for reinforcements. That's pretty typical, and we just need to get what we can. Fortunately, a lot of these 7s, etc., don't have enough, and look at that. My goodness, enemy contact right there on the ridge. We absolutely want to remain safe. Can I reinforce this guy? Yes, we can get them back to full reinforcements. And yeah, we absolutely need these armored vehicle carriers. I'm trying to think, what if we drop them here? I wonder if we could still get to the capital. I'm sure that the guys that were planning the Gallipoli invasion absolutely considered the awful terrain. I'm gonna have to move back a bit. I think these guys are going to be better off over here, as a matter of fact. Basically getting on the road and following the rest of our men. But I could be wrong. Let's go ahead and attack with our vehicles. And they've set up a nice fortified zone. So those are trenches, guys. When you see the barbed wire go up, the enemy has entrenched itself. So I'm definitely going to move these guys as well as the French. We're not landing on that beach because we know it's really no good. And we're going to bring these boys over as well. Come on, lads. Also got a nice French artillery piece there that I'd like to bring to the battle. Give our boys a little bit of an edge. Here we go. Yes. Very good. And we'll end the turn. Let's hope for the best. As you can see, the Ottomans have a lot of defenses here. I don't know how we're going to deal with them, but we're going to have to figure that out one way or another. Move the general over here and end the turn. Alright, enemy artillery retreating again. I'd love to destroy that Turkish artillery, though it's caused us so much trouble before. And it does look like they wiped out our 4th Australian Brigade. Completely wiped them out. In the meantime, we're going to keep moving forward with the rest of our brigades. Try not to get caught in a crossfire before we actually get to the battle. That would be a good idea. And as you can see, yeah, this guy is already in a tough spot, basically outside of this alternate capital. But maybe it's not such a bad idea to land here, believe it or not, because we could actually carry out a few attacks. So I'm going against my own better judgment, and I'm landing some troops here. Alright, and we're also going to move forward with these guys. Oh, they're trapped in the mountains. So once again, hard terrain for us to get out of. We're going to have to exit this way. We can't just walk through the mountains. We've got to take the roads. And that's one thing I really like about the game, is how realistic it is with the terrain. And a lot of the times in this sort of situation, you can't find any good terrain. You really have to work for it. So we're going to go ahead and max up on all these units, as many as we can, of course. We don't have infinite reinforcements. Not everybody wants to join World War I, but we're going to try to get as many as possible. It looks like our British are getting reinforcements easier than anyone else, which is pretty cool. Kind of makes sense for the time period. And we want to keep on moving forward, guys. So first things first, I'm going to go and attack that artillery. Good attack, and a good destruction there by the 1st Australian Light Horse Brigade. I kind of wanted to carry out the attack with the 86th, but I couldn't help myself. So let's keep on moving. And of course, for all of these guys to get to the main battlefield is going to take a while. I'm hoping they can get to Midos through consistent movement, but only time will tell. Right, this guy can get forward as well, but he needs reinforcements. Let's reinforce. Max, we can only get him up for 1. That's okay, better than nothing. And we're going to keep moving with these guys. Come on, boys. Also, in case you would like to know what unit needs to be moved, it's going to have a little cross on it, or a little, cross isn't the right word, a little, actually, a crown. If you're playing as the British, it's going to be different if you're playing as the Germans, but this lets you know that you still have some attacks to do. So we're going to attack the Ottoman defenses here on the beach. Good work, boys. Frenchmen doing a great job there. As for our British troops, we're going to have to get a bit closer and attack this way. Come on, boys. Get through this nasty field, and maybe there's actually a good reason to attack this area and destroy that defensive brigade, is if we get through here, there's a lot of roads here, and some of them lead to Midos. So this could be the trick in getting through this area. Again, might not work, but it's always good to try. Okay, guys, ending the turn. And also just imagine the terror of the men arriving on this beach. Obviously, you'd see a lot of artillery fire on the mainland as your ship is approaching. And nobody wants to get stuck in a fight like Gallipoli. This is a tough fight for those invading. Here we go. They got some reinforcements there for their units at Kojadar. But that's about it. So I'm really going heavily into the attack on this defensive area. They've got some, looks like some artillery there. Maybe this guy can get through the mountains. And we'll attack with the Manchester Brigade. Get him down to 2. Let's see if the boys on the beach, the Colonials, can destroy the area. And in fact, they can and have. Beautiful. So I'm not sure if this is an alternate passage, but we have to consider that it might be. Nasty shot we took there. Keep on moving, boys. And of course now we're coming down from the top. First thing I'm going to do is target the enemy artillery. Look at the presence of Turks there. So many of them, guys. And they're all dug in. Oh my goodness. This is going to be a tough one, to say the least. We're definitely going to need those reinforcements. No doubt about it. So let's keep bringing those guys up. And as for these guys, they are absolutely going straight to that western coast. That's where they're needed. That's where we're sending them. We desperately need reinforcements to take that position. There's no way we're going to win otherwise. Unless, of course, the guys down here manage to make it up quickly, but I doubt that's going to be the case. Once you get to the second mountain range, movement is almost totally stalled. So we are going to send some guys using these roads, and that's what's allowing us to move this quickly. But overall, I think this area is in trouble. And look at that. The French did take Gorizia. Good. I don't know if it's Carinthia or Gorizia. I think Gorizia is probably more correct, but then again, that's sort of a Greek translation. The Turks might not like that too much. So for my Turkish subscribers, let me know how I should be pronouncing that. I think we'll end the turn here, but we've got a lot of places to take. So Maidos, Kojadir, and one more place. Or maybe that's it. Maidos and Kojadir. That's right. We already took Biyuk. So we just have to take these other two locations, and we've got to win. Let's go for it, boys. Not as easy as it looks, though. In fact, it doesn't look easy when you look at that massive amount of Ottoman reinforcements. Oh boy, massive artillery attack there. That's absolutely something our boys are not going to forget, but we can save our New Zealand Infantry Brigade. We're going to move them up. In the meantime, I want to keep attacking the artillery. Good work by the Australians there, and maybe we can go ahead and open fire on this position. Try to lower the strength of the enemy there. Nice, got them down to 8. If we can get them down to 7 or 6, I'm going to be really happy. One more shot. Come on, boys. Come on. Also, the fortified position is making it a lot harder for us to hit them. And unfortunately, they managed to escape just about every shot we took. I am going to take this unit, and I'm going to try to attack. Our men just can't seem to break through, unfortunately. But we've got some reinforcements arriving, landing on the beaches here. Don't worry, boys. Hold your socks. As you can see, we're actually getting them on a proper road, so they can make it to the fight, unlike some. And let's see if it's going to make it any easier for us to walk through here now that we've liberated this area. Doesn't seem like it really has, to be honest with you. Well, kind of. Look at this. Nice. So actually we did open up a road. That's useful. I think I want to bring some reinforcements to my French unit, but I don't think he has any. So we're going to keep moving him forward. We'll move these guys forward as well. And actually, this is not such a bad location. Sure, it's marshy, but it works. Unfortunately, once again, same problem here. I thought we might be able to get over the mountains, but no. We're not mountaineers. That's going to take a long time. So we're going to have to use the road just like anybody else. I'm sure the locals are like, oh my goodness, look at this massive army trying to get through our roads. Take this one over here to Maidos. Get the general in the city there. I like that, so it changes depending on the general that's in the city. It was French, now it's British. Pretty funny stuff. Keep on moving. And let's move our British general up next turn. I think that's it for reinforcements, boys. It's all up to us now. Entirely up to us. And we shall end le turn. Wow, they're taking a lot of shots with their artillery on our French unit, trying to break that unit down. And they missed so far. We're in open ground. There we go. They finally got a nice hit on us. And they destroyed that brigade there on the edges. Yeah, I think we're going to have to attack from the top because we just lost the East Lancashire Brigade. That's not something we want to happen in the future. All right, there we go. Took out... Let's fire at the artillery again. Fire. Counter artillery fire there. Come on, boys. Get some reinforcements for this lot. And as that's happening, we'll bring forward the reinforcements. I mean, actually, that artillery was firing at us for no reason, because we're not a threat to them, at least not from the French unit, but we're certainly a threat to them from the UK units, and we can attack them from here too. Yeah, actually getting close to Maidos with these guys. Could they take Maidos? That would be huge. Maybe they can, guys. But we've got to keep our generals close. We're keeping them pretty far away from the men. That's not helping anybody. It's only doing favors to the enemy. Kind of want to attack with this guy, but I know better. And right now, the enemy is rock solid in terms of their defenses. They're not just going to let us walk all over them like that. So, we'll end the turn. We'll keep the guys where they are. As for this guy, I'm getting him back over here. I might still try and attack from the Classic-Gallipoli mountains, essentially, but easier said than done. Let's end the turn. Worried about that. They're going to go straight for that weak infantry unit, and we've got 5 turns remaining. This might not be a sufficient amount of turns to garner a victory here, guys. We're going to have to wait and see. I think first things first, we probably need to move this artillery up and start firing at that capital, and we need to get our butts to Maidos. So we're on the way to Maidos. It looks like there's just a general unit hanging out there, which would make things very easy for us in terms of a victory. So we might take out that Turkish general and take Maidos. And remember, we don't necessarily lose if we don't take every single thing. That's one really cool thing about this particular game. You know, you don't necessarily lose just for not taking an objective. As long as you take most of them, we should be able to pull out a marginal victory at best. There we go. And we're still going to keep on attacking. If they want to try to put a roadblock between us and our men, we shall show them not to mess with us. Anyway, guys, we're going to complete the next part of this Let's Play next turn. I hope you guys will join us. I really want to see what happens, and I hope you all had a fun and enjoyable time watching some Gallipoli here in Strategic Command World War I Classic. Make sure to hit that like button, comment, subscribe, and please feel free to share the video or the series wherever you want. Take care, my friends.